My next guest says charities are getting hit with a triple whammy right now, facing lower private and public funding, while demand for their services is at an all-time high. You can well imagine that in this economy. Melissa Berman is CEO of Rockefeller Philanthropy Advisors and here with us in the studio. Melissa, great to have you with us.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Okay, so we've heard it's gotten difficult. I'm hearing sort of just anecdotal data that demand is going up, what, 30–40% in some cities?
Sure, and there are some places that are hit really hard in the industrial Midwest. In the Gulf Coast areas, demand for services is up 50–60%.
And giving is down how much in those areas?
Giving has been down, I think, 2/3 of nonprofits in those regions started to see giving drop in 2008. So 2008 down, 2009 down, 2010. We hope things even out.
Well, we heard a lot, particularly after Madoff, the whole Madoff thing that blew up. We heard a lot about charities and foundations having to close shop.
Sure.
Has any of that momentum eased at all, or in fact, is it picking up?
No, I think the real crises seem to be behind us now. There aren't that many foundations having to close their doors, but the long-term effects are lingering, and it's going to take several years for nonprofits to get back to where they used to be.
So then don't they need to have, don't they need to sort of think of more innovative ways? I mean, Glide has this whole affiliation with Buffett that's kind of saved them in this crisis. I mean, doesn't there need to be some creativity here?
You know, I think every nonprofit looks around and says, so who are the real angels in our midst? Who are the donors that we are closest to, who really care about us?
And who are they?
And, you know, it varies from place to place, but when we're advising donors, we tell them during tough economic times, don't just spread it around and thin out everybody. Figure out the organizations and the causes that you really care the most about and stick with them, and if anything, try and give them more money.
Right. Well, what about the donors themselves? And I'm not just talking about the Buffetts, but the others who are regular contributors, let's say. Even people that we may or may not know, but we know appear on the Forbes list or whatever. I mean, you know, does the giving get cut out first when they see their net worth decline, or how does that work? I don't think, for many ultra-high net worth donors, their commitment to philanthropy is really very deep. And lots of them that we talk to have been holding their giving steady since 2008, even though their net worth has declined. They may postpone, you know, the fancier vacations. They may delay certain kinds of purchases, but a lot of donors all up and down the economic ladder are really recognizing that this is a tough economic time. But what I'm trying to figure out, is it the cuts from the big donors that are the biggest, or is it that it's more all the small donors combined is why you're seeing less funding?
It's a combination because this recession has hit people across the board. Smaller donors have to worry about their job and may have lost their job, and the bigger donors had the biggest hit in their assets. So it's really been a very difficult situation for nonprofits, probably the worst in 50 years.
50 years?
At least,
wow. Okay, well, that certainly puts some perspective to it.
Absolutely.
Melissa, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it. Melissa Berman of Rockefeller Philanthropy Advisors.